The Winter Reunion, Episode 4.
The trio returned to the city as the sun began to set. The streets were still covered in snow, and warm lights glowed in shop windows.
So, what now? It feels like this day should end with something special.
Agreed. How about finding somewhere warm and cozy for dinner?
There's that little bistro near the park. I've heard good things about it.
Perfect. Let's give it a try.
They walked to the bistro, only to find it packed with people. A small sign on the door read, "Fully booked."
Well, so much for that idea.
Typical. Just when I was so looking forward to sitting down and defrosting.
Let's not give up yet. We'll figure something out.
We could go back to my place. It's not a fancy bistro, but it'll do.
The three agreed that it was a good idea, and they walked back to the small apartment Sophia was renting for her visit. She lit a few candles to brighten the room, and they pulled together a simple dinner with bread, cheese, and a bottle of wine they had picked up along the way.
This is wonderful. No crowds, no noise, just us. A nice change of pace, don't you think?
And no waiting for a table. Definitely worth it.
It's funny how the simple things can be so enjoyable.
Like this whole weekend, really. A few days ago, I was completely snowed under, and now I'm sitting here wondering why I didn't do this sooner.
Same. I guess we all needed this. Time to slow down and, I don't know, reflect a little.
It's like turning the page, isn't it? Starting fresh, but not forgetting what brought you here.
That's exactly it.
The trio sat around the table, the candlelight flickering as they spoke.
All right, if this is about fresh starts, what's one thing you're going to do differently from now on?
I think I'm going to stop saying I'm too busy for everything. Life doesn't have to be all emails and deadlines, right?
Definitely not. For me, I think it's about making time for people. You can't just wait for the right moment. You have to make it happen.
Good one. For me, I think I want to focus on art that brings people together. I've been too stuck in my own little world.
I completely get that. You know, this might sound cheesy, but this whole weekend has been so worth it. Even the freezing toes and crowded streets.
Definitely worth it.
Agreed.
So, how do we top this next time?
Well, maybe we need to try something a little, out of our comfort zone.
Like what? A skydiving reunion?
No, but something different, something none of us would usually do.
I like it, but only if we still get good food at the end.
Deal. Let's set a date.
Yes, no way we're waiting another year for this.
How about spring? A picnic at the park. No snow involved this time.
Perfect. I'll bring some sketch pads. We can turn it into an art day.
And I'll bring food. No one's picnicking on an empty stomach while I'm around.
Very important. I'll bring a kite. Let's see if we can get it flying. That should be fun, shouldn't it?
Absolutely. How about the first weekend in April?
Works for me.
Me too. It's official. No excuses, okay?
Let me just add it to my calendar now. Done.
Locked in.
Locked in.
The three of them smiled, standing there for a moment longer, reluctant to leave. But when they finally hugged goodbye and went their separate ways, it felt different this time, lighter, easier. The reunion hadn't been just about reliving old memories. It had been about creating new ones. And now they were ready to turn to a new page.